people are like comfortable with that before they get to know the benefits of having a proper project management
right.
Yes.
Now, because the project management, from your explanation, it's what is the cause? What do you think is the problem? What is leading to its non-performance? Because it is a very intricate part in anything that we do. It has to apply project management, the fundamentals of project management. But why project management?
Yeah, it's because, for a start, every work that we are doing, it's a project.
Yes.
So people become comfortable. I finished that project, I finished that one, so now why project management? And that is before they get to know the benefits of doing project management. I, for one, implemented a lot of projects before I became a project manager. And now when I look at it, I say I could have made better money here, better profits here, if I was a project manager by then. So there is a lot that you do to achieve that status.
And it is a problem, Chikanda, now, in that we've got all kinds of projects within this beautiful republic that continue to not be completed, and some of them it's as a result of poor project management.
Yes.
We need to address this because clearly, if we're going to be obsessive of the fact that, but I was able to complete this project, project manager. But the element of professionalism ultimately now leads to where there's a culture of unfinished projects. How do we now institute professionalism in this? How do we influence in that the adoption of project management in any project that we do is brought to the fore, such that now we are able to compete internationally in as far as completing projects properly is concerned?
Yeah, we need to foster professionalism in that field. Yes, and I for my MSc project management did a thesis on why projects are failing in Botswana.
Right.
And I got to study one big project. That was a mega project.
Yeah.
And the reasons why it failed is that the project manager did not know what he was doing. And mostly it was even just communication, because the whole thing was just mixed up, because the project manager was not communicating properly with the key stakeholders.
And how adversely effective was his I'll say, incompetence in this particular big project, which was your case study? How did it all end up now? Because clearly I understand that the project became a failure.
Yes, even today it was supposed to be completed in 2010.
And we're in 2025.
Even now, I saw last time that there was still some work being done there, and it wasn't even finished before, some major event that is supposed to take place at that project.
Mr. Chikanda, that's a major concern.
Yes.
It's a serious concern. So then now, let's speak now to this, because obviously any project has several elements in terms of you've got your engineer that comes in, you've got your architect, an architect, and your project. How then do we put it to your profession, right, especially that you're the president, in that we take such seriously? I mean, we cannot have a project that should have ended in 2010 and it's 2025 and it's still not done.
Yeah.
What must be done from your institute, your chapter's point of view, sir?
Yes, we must standardize. We must first of all foster professionalism in that field, and then we must standardize. Because when you get into a project, the project manager knows exactly what he expects in that project.
Yes.
Yeah, the professionals that is expecting. And I also, headed a project where there was supposed to be a planner who is supporting me. Mm-hmm. There is supposed to be a contract manager who is my subordinate, but they were not there. So, I was supposed to do everything: planning, scheduling, contract management. It was just
It was a mess, for lack of a better word.
Yes, it was a mess because now when I looked at the situation, it's such that even the owner of the project, the contractor being the employer, the contractor, the employer's agent, were not conversant with project management.
Right.
So they were using this unstructured way of doing projects. So we're trying to introduce the structured way.
Because project management, easily the fundamental of it is the structured approach.
Yes, it's a structured approach.
Right, go ahead, say
Yes, yes, because for a start, we do what we call a project charter.
Right.
Where we have to understand the project. Everybody has to understand the project and agree on
the execution, yes.
On the execution, on everything at high level. And then also the exit criteria is very important on a project. To say, when we say we're finished, what are we going to be looking at? Because a building like this one, you can't say, I'll be looking at the foundation and all. No, 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 no. There's something that we have to agree to say, when we stand there and say the project is finished, these are the things that we are going to be looking at. There's also the risk management within the project management portfolio, which says these are going to be impediments. And risks are not always negative. Some are positive. What new thing is coming? Right now we're talking about AI, which is assisting project management a lot. So that's a positive risk. But there are those negative risks that are impeding the project management institutionalization, which is lack of knowledge and information to the right people. And as a project management Botswana chapter, we are saying we are going to be influencing that so that we have a regulatory body that will regulate the project management. And when we say somebody is a project manager, there must be that list of how we judge a project manager, why we say he or she is a project manager, not just, a name.
I like that because that was something that I was also going to put to you. Actually, two things there with to do with a regulatory body that will also assist, as well as formal certification that could perhaps say gives one that sort of recognition to say, okay, but we've got a reputable project manager. 15 years later, I want us to speak a bit on the project management institute. What else do you think it's necessary to be done? I mean, we've got projects and we're still here.
Yes.
And they're still there.
Yes.
There's the issue of accountability, and in that, the fact that there was either an incompetent project manager or there wasn't one. In this case, then what should be done?
Well, in the first instance, at that project charter level,
right,
that is when you engage the project manager, so that the project manager can understand the project. And sometimes we say it must be part of his pathological makeup.
All right.
Going forward.
Error.
Yes.
Right.
Then we get to the stage where we say is the planning stage, where we now say, how are we going to do that?
Right.
How are we going to do the work? Because the project charter talks mostly about what is going to be done, and then the planning is how it is going to be done. Then by the time we get to the execution, which is another stage of the project, execution, monitoring and control, they go at the same time. Because those are inspections, and all that.
Right.
They go at the same time. And then lastly, when we close out, then we get our project charter and say, this is what we had agreed we are going to do. Has that been achieved?
The comparison, yes. Yeah,
yes, the comparative analysis now
Yes.
at the end. So that is when we close the project. So all our projects must have...
That is structured approach, actually.
Yes.
Yes, it really is. Yes.
Yes. So no document is thrown away. The project charter is where you start the project. It's where you sometimes they call it a kickstart meeting.
Right.
And at that meeting, we always emphasize that, how can you bring me, if I'm the project manager, how can you bring me junior people like this? Because I need the finance manager here.
That's true.
I need, all senior people who can make decisions so that when we close the project charter, we know that we have agreed on the contract sum, on the duration, on the risks, and how they are going to be addressed. Because one of the biggest risks in Botswana is people not getting paid in time.
Yes.
And they were not prepared.
And that's a problem.
Yes, that's one of the biggest
big
problems.
Problem, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems. Late payments. And you pay someone after 4 months and you still expect them to perform, and that will be you can't do that.
Because
so those must be identified at the beginning and dealt with. And like the finance manager must know, I'm just giving an example, the finance manager must be sensitized to say, when we say we are paying 30 days, please do so.
And it's really, really important in that regard. Look, when I started earlier, I said project management is something that it can be applied almost anywhere.
Yes.
But from our conversation here, we're speaking of it on a much higher level.
Yes.
When we're dealing with massive, major projects. Look, which begs me to ask this. What role? Right, because we already have the Projects Management Institute of Botswana chapter.
Yeah.
But I want us to speak to, I don't know if I should call it benchmarking or, but perhaps you'll address me in this one.
Yes.
What role can professional project management bodies, both local and international, right, play in building a culture of professionalism in Botswana? I know there's an effort that the Institute is putting in,
Yes.
but from the Institute's point of view,
Yes.
Is that enough that you intend to do? Or is also appreciating how it's done abroad be effective as well in promoting professionalism and standardization?
Yes. What we could do better together with our counterparts outside, which is what we call PMI Global, is to influence the government to make an act on project management.
Aha.
Yes. Now, we have tried to meet the ministers or president and all that, but we couldn't make it so far. And given that chance, and basically it will change the whole landscape.
In your view, what sort of policies, though, or should I say institutional reforms, perhaps you could just speak to those, because you want to engage, right, and you were not able to be able to sit down with I'll say the minister and responsible, where an act like you rightfully said perhaps could help.
Yes.
But what institutional frameworks, though, or reforms, perhaps are the ones that which perhaps should be established.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, we need to adopt a single framework.
Okay.
Right now we have got the PMBOK guide,
Okay.
which is used in America, and China has adopted it also, and a lot of other countries in Africa. I would say the whole system is like coming up to adopt that framework.
Yeah.
So if we could put it together so that we just follow the same framework, whether you are dealing with local government projects or central government, then basically we'll be having a project manager who can work in this ministry, and that whether it's local government, central government, and all that. But at the moment you find that, like I would say, for example, the conditions of contract.
Yeah.
Buildings, they use a different one. Where civil works, they use FIDIC. That must be standardized so that we have a common ground. And
it will actually quite help a lot, because you read from the same book as opposed to everybody now coming up with, but we do things this way.
Yes.
Because it becomes counterproductive when you really think about it. I want you I want us to speak to this now, going forward, looking forward. How do you think perhaps, I'll say universities, training institutions, and professional bodies collaborate to build a new generation of skilled project managers?
So far, the universities like IDM, for example, I got my MSc from IDM,
okay.
Though it was run by Bolton University from
the UK. Yep.
And I know other universities are also doing the same. But that one is on the academic side. Thereafter, you need to then go professional.
Right.
Then, because after that, I went training again with PMI, Project Management Institute, which is a professional body now, not an academic institution.
Right.
So we have certifications like the Project Management Professional, there is the Certified Project Manager, which is lower than the PMP, and then a host of others. Like right now we have the PMI CP, which is Construction Professional, which is geared towards construction. But PMP, the big one, it covers all fields. So you can, once you get that, you can work anywhere. You can work in the hospital, as long as it is a project.
I like that.
Yes,
Okay.
because a project is short-lived, temporary endeavor with specific outputs.
Right.
Yes.
As my last question to you, Chikanda, it's in future or when you look into the future, what would success look like in institutionalizing project management, professionalism, and standardization in Botswana over, say, the next 10 years?
Well, I think yes, we are coming.
Yeah.
We are really coming because so far we've got certified, about 100 certified project managers. Okay. And we are continuing to influence institutions. Last time we were at Bonington, Community Junior, and we have some students there who have introduced to a project. So we have 5 teams. A team doing initiation, another one doing planning, and then execution, monitoring, and control, and then close out. So they are going to be presenting at our conference.
That is good.
We have,
that is very good.
Already started doing that. And we are also engaging with the universities so that we can have student clubs. So that at least we introduce project management to them at an earlier stage and time.
I like that. Chikanda, thank you so much for dropping by to give us an understanding of the state of affairs regarding project management and personally, professionally, what you feel should be done. Also, what you are doing with regards to the future of project management in this republic. Thank you so much, and we'll keep in touch.
Yes, I just wanted to say
emphasize something. Go ahead.
To say that our conference...
Oh, actually, yes. Thank you for reminding me. There's a conference that's coming up. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that.
Conference.
Yes.
The conference, our theme is driving economic transformation through projects.
Okay.
And it's multifaceted because with a project, you get people who are hired. They get 2 benefits or more. One, is the financial aspect. They get paid. So their livelihoods are elevated. Right. And then 2, they get trained. Whatever they were doing differently, this time when the project is completed, there will be different people altogether.
That's good.
There's also the aspect of changing the landscape of the economy. Okay. It could be a project of, let's say, industrialization. Or moving from industrialization to agriculture. You see now you are transforming the economy through projects. Yeah, so there's quite a host of...
when is this conference?
The conference is on the 4th of September, 4th and 5th.
Of September. Where will it be, Chikanda?
It will be at Cresta, at that Naledi...
that area, the Cresta Lodge.
Cresta Lodge, yes, right. Cresta Lodge. Yes.
All right. No, thank you for that. Actually, that was supposed to be my closing, and thank you for reminding me of that conference. Very important.
I expect you to be there.
Yes, I will be there. I'll make sure that I'm there. Thank you so much for dropping by.
Thank you.
Right, and that was the Project Management Institute Botswana Chapter President, Mr. Ipuseng Chikanda. And that's how we come to the end of that particular discussion. The 11 o'clock Botswana News will follow very shortly. Good morning.